Hi there, my name is Sean Tabera from Faye. In this demo, I'd like to show you FAB, which is our Faye Agent Builder, which works right inside of SugarCRM. Now, for this example, this demo, I'm going to be taking on the role of an account manager at a company that sells a wide range of products to customers in the manufacturing and distribution space. Now, like most teams, all of the accounts and product data already live in Sugar. Everything from sales history, invoices and quotes that sync from an ERP system into SugarCRM. Now, the challenge is a very common one, which is there's lots of information and data, and there's lots of great insights in there, but the problem is, how do we get those insights out of all this information? And that's where FAB comes in. So FAB allows me to create an AI agent directly in Sugar, and that AI agent will pull all of this data and context together, such as my product sales, my open quotes, my customer trends, whatever, all of the data, and send it off to an LLM with a prompt or instructions that are set by us, set by you, the customer, and the response comes straight back into Sugar in the FAB dashlet, so an account manager can quickly see the insights that would have previously taken so long to garner from your own steam. So without further ado, let's take a look. So I'm going to share my screen and open up my test instance of SugarCRM here. Okay, so the first thing I'd do when wanting to create an agent, I would come into my Faye Agent Builder templates. Now I'm going to go through an example I've already built out, but it's very simple to do and very intuitive. So the first thing I'd do is I'd set a status of active. I can add an agent icon if I want to for my company branding, or just to make it clear to the user. Importantly, I can choose which agent model I want to use for this specific task. Now, those of you who use a lot of AI will know that different models are better at different things. So in my example here, I want it to be fast. I want it to be concise. I'm not asking it to do a web search. So I'll use Gemini 2.5 Flash because I know that's probably the best tool for this task. But I could choose to use ChatGPT 5, Claude, Grok. Would any of those LLMs that are out there you like to use personally or even in your business, the chances are it's going to be here and you're going to be able to use that within SugarCRM. So here I've chosen Gemini 2.5 Flash. Another point on that, as soon as these models improve, as soon as there's new models coming in, we can connect straight away, and you're going to be able to take advantage of all that new technology over the coming weeks, months, and years. Here we have this section called Module and Context, where I choose my source module. Obviously, this is an account I'm looking at here, but I can choose any source module, stock or custom. There's related context. Now, this is a dynamic field that pulls in all of the related modules to my source module. So here I have all of my related modules to accounts. And I can choose which context I want that AI to have when I'm running that agent. So I want to have case, data, contact, emails, invoices, opportunities, product sales history, purchase records, quotes, and quoted line items. But you can choose as many of these related contexts as you want. And what that's going to do is pull the source record that it runs from and all of its related records. I can choose a context date range as well. So this is how far back in history do I want to go? Do I want to just choose information from 1 week ago or within the last week? Or do I want to go all the way back to a year? And then I'm not going to put web search on, but I could, and this would then augment the AI's response from searching on the web and finding even more information. This can be useful if I'm looking to gather information for leads I don't have much information on currently, for example. Then finally, I would set my agent instructions, and these are really the prompt that will be sent to the LLM along with all of the data from SugarCRM that I've chosen and selected here. So in this use case, I want to set the role definition as you are an account manager for a manufacturing firm that sells many products designed to upsell and cross-sell existing customers, etc. I want to give an objective, so your primary goal is to provide an overview of the account, including last few communications, what they have purchased, top-selling products, etc. Task scope, this is a bit more in-depth, and this is designed to give real in-depth instructions to the AI agent about what you want to get back. So I've said here, provide me with a company snapshot, give me the open quotes that are related to this account, give me all the sales history, and provide a list of top 10 products they have purchased. I want to see sale trends over months. Then I want some key talking points and suggested actions for that account manager. And finally, I can select the style and tone. This is simple. I want to be professional, tactical, concise, structured with headings and bullets for quick scanning, and action-oriented and practical for use on the ground. You could put whatever you want in here. For each agent, you can control how you want. You might want it to be playful, or you might want it to be very serious. You might want different style of communications for different roles and teams within your business. So I don't need to save that because it already exists. Now let's show you how this actually looks. If I go to an account here, American Bottoms, you will see that it's a pretty typical case here where I've got a lot of data here. I've got my product sales history, I've got invoices, purchase records, right? I've got 333 purchase records. There's no way an account manager can really go through that and get a good overview of this customer and where they are in relation to our business. Now, I have my usual dashboard open here, but I can come into my Faye Agents dashboard. Now, this is FAB, right? It's you can see it's already been run on this account, and it's taken all of this data you saw me go through on the template, sent it to the LLM along with my instructions, and come back with this. It's given me a company snapshot. It's given me just a few of the last communications, but really interestingly, it's given me an open quote that I asked for, right? So I can see there's these open quotes I really should be working on, right? So this is great context. I can see my sales history, so top 10 products purchased. It's even given me a note here that freight and taxable, non-taxable freight are excluded. It's given me some really interesting sale trends. Busy season. Based on the past year, the busiest purchasing periods appear to be April, May, June, July, and September. This could be related to seasonal maintenance and operational needs. Slow seasons are January, August, October, November, show significantly lower purchase totals. This could be periods of reduced activity or annual budget constraints. Then got some key talking points. If you're going to reach out to the customer, these are some important talking points. Like, I noticed there's an open case issue we want to resolve, strategic support for seasonal needs, review the open quotes, and optimizing PPE procurement. And then there's suggested actions as well. So this gives a really great overview of where the account is, what needs to be done next, some high-level lists around kind of products sold. So this would be very useful for an account manager to see. Now you notice that it was already there, and that's because I have the option here to view the latest response. So you don't need to come in here and run it every single time. You can see this was actually run earlier on today, so I think, okay, I don't need to rerun this again. There's not been a long period of time between, the account wouldn't have changed much within that time. If I do run this, it's going to take about 10 to 12 seconds for it to generate the actual response, and I can show you that now. So I can hit generate. Now, what this is doing, you're going to see in the UI what's happening, what the actual Faye agent is doing. So it's now fetching all the AI context from SugarCRM. It's taking the data from the account record, all of my product sales history, my invoices, purchased records, quotes, etc. It's given that to the LLM now, and now the LLM is generating that response. So it's taken all the info, giving out the response. Now it's coming back into Sugar. It's created the record, and now it's going to display to you here in the UI. So that's how it works. It's fast. It's extremely flexible for users to be able to set their own agents to do exactly what they need specific to their business. And that's what's so exciting and valuable in this product. Have a think about all the different use cases you could use this for, right? There's standard use cases like I want a summary of a case over time, for example. But there's really interesting use cases around lead management or battle planning, or the possibilities really are endless with this tool. So hopefully this has given you a good overview of what it can do. But if you have any questions, or if you are interested in seeing more about the product, then please don't hesitate to get in touch. Have a great day.